All right. We are back in Friend Zone 3, working on our final and last good ending for Friend Zone 3. Now, I will tell you before we get into it that we're going to start off basically where we were when we're going to the trip. So we're in the bus or the van or whatever vehicle that we are with Zoe and the rest of her friends going towards. That's where we're starting off at. But one important thing that I did change, that I did differently in the beginning of the story or halfway through, was that after X92, I think it was, after X92 gave us the ability to hack, each time that I played this, I always went through and hacked that first message from Zoe where it says that, like, something about, like, oh, I really care about you, you're a good friend. It said something like that, right? This time around, I did not hack into that message. I left it alone because I thought maybe that's what caused us to get that bad ending. You know, somehow her friend knew that we betrayed her trust by hacking into her phone or something like that. So this time around, I did not hack into that message. So without further ado, let's get right into Friendzoned 3. Chapter 7, the trip. On the day of the trip, you've been on the bus with Zoe and a group of friends for several hours already. You're sitting next to Lena, and Zoe seems to be avoiding you. Right. So, again, I did not hack into her message previously. And just to give you guys a heads up, we are going to we're not gonna hack into her phone this time around either, because at one point in time she sits next to us, and she sit next to us, and she falls asleep, right? And her phone falls out, and then we have an opportunity of going through her phone, and we're not going to do that. We're just going to put it right back in our pocket. We're not going to go through her phone. We're going to make sure that we do everything possible to make sure that she trusts us. So right here, we're talking to Lena. We're sitting next to Lena. We're talking to Lena about Zoe and how Zoe is kind of ignoring us, right? Right? She's not really paying attention to us. Lena makes it seem like Marwin and Zoe are having a connection. I'm sure Zoe friend-zoned him the very first conversation they had. Kind of like how Zoe friend-zoned us. Or not how Zoe friend-zoned us, but that was kind of like how Amy friend-zoned us in like the first 15 seconds of the very first friend-zoned one, right? So we already went through all of this in the first bad ending that we had. And so I'm not going to go reading through all of it, but if you guys want to read through, if you want to follow through, by all means, you can pause it, read through it. But I'm trying to just get through the all the dialogue. That way we can make sure we get to the campground and actually figure out if we can get that good ending with Zoe. So at this point in time, Lena gets up to go use the restroom, and Zoe's going to come and sit next to us. And this is where she'll talk to us a little bit, and then she gets tired, so she goes to take a nap. That's when her phone falls out. Yeah, so this is where she's going to take a nap. Phone falls out, and we are going to put the phone back down. Right. Because we are trustworthy. We are very trustworthy, and we didn't do anything. We're not hacking into our phone. We're not going to snoop. We're going to make sure that everything we do is perfect, so that me and Zoe can love each other and live happily ever after. I Things get heated at the campfire. You're all alone in the base of mountains at the altitude of several hundred feet still, so that you come to regret. So here's some situations that, whether we regret or not. Now, obviously, I can't read faster than it appears and disappears, but good memories. There's no reason for that for not to be the case. It's always going to be good memories. Because me and Zoe are going to fall in love. We're gonna go to the mountainside, and nobody's gonna fall off this time. Nobody's gonna fall and die. 'Cause that was terrible. Can't let that happen again. Let's get that fire going. Get the beautiful fire. Me and Zoe are gonna go off and on our own and talk and collect firewood and have a real meaningful chat. Wanted to go with Zoe anyways. All right, so here we start getting into some deeper conversations. Got to make sure we say the right things. This is the part where she was reading a story about a man that went into a coma for 35 years, but in that guy's coma, it was like he was living his life, and all of a sudden he woke up out of his coma, and all of a sudden it was like, wait, that didn't happen? That was all just a dream? And how debilitating that could be, and how upsetting that could be. You're living this perfect life, and all of a sudden you wake up out of coma and you're back in the real world of despair and tragedy and just pain. That would suck. That'd be terrible. So I think whenever we get that message that Zoe gets closer to us, I don't think it means physically. I think that means like emotionally. So Zoe's getting closer to us, which is a good thing. I think that's probably helping us get towards the good ending, hopefully. That was the other thing that we did early on was instead of telling Zoe to just forget about Brian, we told Zoe to, maybe send a voice message uh, to we told Zoe to send a voice message to Brian, and maybe he'll get back to her that way. And because Zoe feels guilty about accusing Brian of the whole Amy thing when it ended up being Chloe, and it kind of ruined Brian's life. And Zoe's just trying to apologize and see what she can do, but Brian's not having any of it. Now, this all still feels pretty familiar with the previous ending that we got, where we got that bad ending, but we didn't do anything wrong this time. We haven't done anything. So there's no reason for her to freak out on us like she did in the first playthrough, because we haven't done anything. And and Marwin or Rick, either one of them, I can't remember which one, neither one of them can say that we did anything wrong, because we didn't. We haven't done anything wrong. We didn't do anything. Just gonna let her keep talking. She's kind of breaking down right now. I'll never betray her. Yeah. And I haven't. I haven't betrayed her at all this time around, so there's no reason for her to think that. I'll never judge anyone ever again. Yet that last playthrough, you judged us pretty hard and then fell off the cliff. Don't people who say that in order to woo a girl, you need to do 1,000 different things that make no sense? I've seen too many websites, ads, and shit games about the friend zone. We're all different. Each one of us has his or own unique perception of emotions and feelings. What matters most is understanding that person's perception and adapting with our own feelings. A little Easter egg, a friend zone there. She saw all these websites and ads about the friend zone. That's what I was trying to do with you. I hope you've noticed that I've always been careful to respect your perception of things. That's what I always try to do with Zoe. Let's see if that works. Hopefully it does. That's what I'm trying to do with you. Zoe huddles up against you. You won a new trophy. I think we got it. I think we did it. We didn't get outed out as a hacker. Marwin never ratted on us. Zoe's lover. We got it. This is the good ending. Zoe's lover. Zoe's finally found the person that means the most to her and in whom she will always trust. That's TongueTied. That's TongueTied. She's talking about us. Congratulations, you were able to control your curiosity and find one of two possible happy endings. And we already found the other happy ending that was essentially falling in love with Amy. And we found both bad endings, right? And the bad ending with Amy, we got murdered. they drowned us in the lake, which was weird. We talked about how beautiful that lake was, and it ended up being our downfall. And then the bad ending with Zoe was that we got outed by Marwin, who I don't know how he figured out that we hacked into Zoe's phone, because we didn't do anything on the bus, but Marwin somehow knew that we hacked into Zoe's phone before. Doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe Marwin is X92. That makes more sense. If he knew that we hacked into it because he was X92, then he told Zoe, so he outed us out because he's the hacker. Maybe that's what it was. But then this good ending we got where we're happily ever after with Zoe. Zoe loves us. We love Zoe. I hope you guys really enjoyed Friendzone 3. I am going to get out Friendzone 4 for you guys as well, along with a couple other games. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed Friendzone 3 and you guys want to see Friendzone 4, hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.